This is a bit of a late video, but I thought I'd just do it anyways, just to show you guys the abilities of each of these 8 ultimate rare cards. So first of all, we have, just give me a second. First of all, we have xeno. So he starts off in his base form, and then on the second round, he can transform into Super Saiyan God, which gives him 3 times power, and also gives him an extra 3000 damage to his super attack, which is Burning Slash. And once he transforms, it becomes Burning Breaker. And it's only got a cost of 5 energy, so it's quite low, which is very nice. He's a Berserker. HP's pretty solid. And he's also got a burst, so a change and a burst combined. And his burst is available after he transforms. And what it does is that it makes the enemy take an extra 50% damage from then on. So that combined with the extra damage from his transformation is, it's pretty strong if you can land that super attack. So yeah, and as main ability, so when or just before your team attacks, if Trunks is one of those attackers, the enemy with the most ki, aka the most stamina, will lose all their ki or their stamina, and will also lose 3000 power and guard. And if he's in his Super Saiyan Gold form, instead of 1 enemy, it will be 3 enemies that are targeted. So they'll lose all their ki and also lose 5000 power and guard each. So it becomes a lot stronger once he's in his Super Saiyan Gold form. So yeah, very nice. It's quite a strong card. And I think outfit aside, it's quite a nice looking card, right? With like the flame aura. So yeah, quite a solid one. Okay, so next up, we have Tapion, who I think is probably one of the strongest cards of the set. So he's a hero type. Really good HP, 3600, that's quite good. And cutout's looking pretty badass, so yeah, nice. He's got Brave Smash as his super attack for 4 energy, so nice and low, which is always good. And his main ability is really good. So at the start of the battle, his damage doubles, and his damage resistance increases by 60%. Basically that means he's going to be doing twice normal damage and only taking 40% of normal damage the whole battle. That's already really good. Also, if the enemy has any characters that have a super ability, which is mostly like summons and climax change, etc., your team will get an extra 6000 HP in that case. Also, if they have a super ability user and you don't have any in your team, it'll be doubled, so you actually get 12,000 HP in that case. So this card, just by himself, has the potential to get over 15,000 HP, which is kind of insane, right? Obviously, not every battle, but it's still really, really good. And that's in addition to his already good, ability, like the kind of guaranteed stuff, the double damage and the extra damage resistance. That's really good, He's actually really good. He's also got a Bedrock Crash, and the extra effect is that the enemy's guard is reduced to 1. So overall, a really, really solid card, really strong. And especially if you can get if you use cards that make it so that the enemy has to attack Tapion, that's even better, because then he's taking all those hits, but taking a lot less damage than your allies. So yeah, really solid. And I think he's kind of underrated. He's still quite cheap, So yeah, but I really like using him. So yeah. Okay, next up we have the Warrior in Black, who's probably the strongest UR of this set. So he's got the Dark Dragon Ball power up. You can see like the black and red aura, and also IELTS in the background. So quite a cool looking card. So he's a Berserker. HP is quite low, but he's so strong that it doesn't really matter too much. So super attack is Finish Impact for 6 energy, so quite a middle of the road cost. And he's got a summon. So on the second round, he can summon IELTS, who will damage the opponent and will also make it so that they can't gain any energy from the abilities for the rest of the battle. That's pretty good. But I think even so, having it on the second round is kind of late, right? Because even using it the earliest possible time, right? The enemies still will get quite a lot of hero energy from abilities before you can use it. So I think if it was the first round, it'd be a lot more impactful. But honestly, you aren't going to be using this card at all in attacking, because he's kind of built to be in support the whole battle, so it doesn't really matter too much, I guess. So yeah, his main ability. So the first part is automatic, so you can be attacking or supporting. It doesn't matter. Will still go off. So just before you make your move each round, he'll increase the ki of your 3 guys that have the least ki. So he'll keep them a bit topped up. And will also give them 3,000 power and guard each. So, quite good maintenance for your team. And also, if he's in support, also your whole team will be very resistant to ki damage. So it's going to be a lot harder for the enemy to stun your guys. And in return, his power will go down to 1. But that's only for that turn. The next turn, his power will go back to normal. But you're probably thinking, like, why does his power go down to 1 anyways? Because he can't attack right in support. But there's a few cards in the game that have abilities that activate when you have guys that have less than 100 power. So he can do that every turn, really easily. So it's a really good combo with certain cards in the game. So overall, very good card, very optimized. Very easy to use and just very good effects and just so many good effects, right? So yeah, very strong. Okay, next up we have the second of the Cloak Warriors to be revealed. This is the Namekian Warrior in black. So quite a similar design to the previous card. And he's a hero type, good HP. His super attack is Black Assault for 7 hero energy, so a little bit expensive. And he's got Dark Shenron as his touch action ability. And the extra effect is that it lowers all the enemies' power by 5,000. So Dark Shenron's already a really good touch action ability, so yeah. It's quite solid. On any character, it's really good, right? And his main ability, so at the start of every round, your team's power level will increase by 2,000 times by the round number. So on the first turn, you'll get 2,000. And the second turn, you get 4,000. And it also stacks with the previous turn. So basically, on the first turn, you have 2,000. And then on the second turn, you have 6,000. And then 12,000, 20,000. And on the final round, you have 30,000. So yeah, it gets you quite a lot of power level as the battle goes on. The only thing is you don't get any hero energy from that power level. But the good thing is that it's for the whole team. So you don't even have to have this guy in attack. Because anyone can make use of the team's power level, right? If it's for the whole team. It's quite good. Also, if you have the Warrior in black in your team, he'll also give you hero energy times by the round number at the start of each round. So he'll give you 1 hero energy on the first turn, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah. So it kind of goes without saying, there isn't much reason to use him if you're not using the Warrior in black, because you lose half of your ability basically if you don't take him. But yeah, together they're pretty good combo. And it's quite good with the theme. It's nice to have matching guys. That's cool. It's quite a solid card. Okay, next up we have Broly. So he's in his legendary Super Saiyan form. And he's elite type, HP is average. He's got gigantic meteor for 6 hero energy. And this one is a transforming character, so you can actually go giant. He can transform into I'm not too sure if it's the Golden Great Ape, but it's his version of Great Ape. So yeah. On the second turn he can transform into the Great Ape with the gigantification. And obviously, like all giant characters, he can use his super attack for free. He doesn't need any hero energy once he's in this giant form. And so there's that. And he's also got an extra effect where for every hero energy you do have, his super attack, which becomes Ultimate Gigantic Cannon in his Great Ape form, it will do 1,000 damage extra per hero energy you have. So if you have 10 hero energy, it's going to be plus 10,000 damage if you can land it. That's really good, And also got a standard burst, which is 1.22 times extra damage. So this guy's all about damage, right? So yeah, really good so far. And his main ability, so at the start of the second round, all the enemies' charged impact speed is increased by a lot, and that's permanent. And Broly's power will also increase by 20,000. And if there's any enemies that have over 30,000 power, instead of 20,000, Broly's power will increase by 100,000, which is insane. And that's right before he transforms into the Great Ape. So combine that with the extra damage, the 1,000 times the hero energy you have, and also the small damage bonus from the burst. He's just doing insane damage. And doesn't, again, it's nice to have the extra damage from the hero energy, but you don't need it in the first place to do the super attack. So, worst case scenario, you don't even have any hero energy. You can still use his Ultimate Gigantic Cannon, which is really, really good. This guy's actually really strong, because... And I didn't think he was that strong at first. When I first saw his his stats and abilities, I was like, okay, he's good. But now my ranking's improved, and his price has gone up quite a bit because it's kind of hard to stop him, right? Like, with no energy, he can still attack, and being a giant character, he's just doing a lot of damage anyway, so, he's easily doing, like, over, 20, 30,000 damage just from, like, normal attacks, which is kind of crazy, right? So, yeah. And the CSB boost is also, like, a nice bonus, right? It gives you, it makes it easier to attack and defend, so, yeah. Really solid card. Alright, last 3 cards. These are all from the movie. So, first of all, we have Goku SH. Nice Kamehameha. Pretty cool pose. So, he's a Berserker with good HP. Super attack is Meteor Impact for 4 hero energy, so it's quite low, which is very good. And all these 3 cards, next 3 cards have the same unit, which is Unit S, so that means that the energy required, which is 4, to use the unit doesn't get consumed. So, as long as you have the required energy, it won't be used up. So that's quite nice, right? Keep the energy. And they'll have the same members, which is Goku SH, Gohan SH, and Piccolo SH. And all the same effect, which is the enemy's power level can't increase above 2,000 during that turn that you use it. So yeah, pretty strong. Really good effect. Just the members might not be the best, but the effect's really good. And again, keeping the energy is also a big bonus. As his main ability, when you put him into support, his power and guard will increase by your power level that turn. So say if you have 10,000 power level that turn, his power will increase by 10,000, and same with his guard will increase by 10,000. So yeah. And also his power level will increase too. And that's just depends on how much power you have again, but obviously not 1-for-1. So I think the highest extent go is 4 times. So yeah. So basically his power, guard, and power level will increase. The more you have, the higher your power level is, the more you'll get, right? I think the only bad thing with this ability is that you have to put him into support, so you can't attack or anything. Like, all he's doing that turn will be just kind of building himself up, which is good. But it's kind of a whole turn. I guess not wasted, but a whole turn when he's not doing anything else, right? So that's a big weakness of it. Even though it's quite strong, like if you could attack as well, get the effects too, that'll be really good. But unfortunately not. And also he's got an Unwoken Burst, which has the extra effect of he'll do 2,000 extra damage and also lower the enemy's hero energy by 2. And since he only needs 4 energy to use his super deck to begin with, that's quite good. But yeah, I think he's probably the weakest of these 8 cards, if I'm honest. Yeah. I mean, cool art still, but yeah, I think he's probably one of the, just because of that support ability, you have to be in support, is a big, drawback. But still, it's not a bad card, it's still decent, Next up we have Gohan SH in Super Saiyan. Yeah, I thought it was Super Saiyan 2, but it's not. But yeah, still cool, still really cool art. Yeah, looks dope. So he's a hero type, HP is average. He's got the Ryu Shoken for 4 hero energy. So again, same cost as Goku, nice and low, which is great. The same unit as well, and his main ability. So at the end of every round, your hero energy will increase based on his result when he attacked, right? So if you miss his charge impact when he's attacking, you'll only get 1 hero energy at the end of the round. But if you get a perfect and win, then actually you get 5 hero energy. So that's really good, right? But and obviously it's quite luck based. So like I guess if you're good at charge impacts, then it could be quite useful. But if you miss it, that's only 1. So that's quite it gives a bit of a gamble. Also, at the start of every round, if you have 10 hero energy, Gohan's damage overall will increase by 5,000, and that's permanent. But in return, you won't get any hero energy that round from his ability. Yeah, which is good. 5,000 damage is really solid. But 10 hero energy is a big requirement. I mean, even 9 isn't enough, right? So you have to hit, it's pretty tough. But yeah. So yeah, I think it's quite hard to use, but it could pay off. But yeah, quite risky. He's also got an ultimate energy, which has an extra effect of, it makes the enemy take an extra 50% damage from then on. So same effect as Trunks' burst from earlier. So yeah, I'll just put this guy slightly above Goku. He's probably the second weakest, I would say. Still, not bad, but like the Goku is quite hard to use, right? Yeah. But card art is really dope. Really nice art. Okay, last up we have Piccolo SH. And I think he's probably the strongest of these 3 movie cards. So he's an elite type. HP is good. And his card art's pretty cool. Doing the light grenade. But it's funny because his super attack is actually special beam cannon. So yeah, there's a few cards where they don't match, right? Their super attacks and their kind of design, but still cool nonetheless. Yeah, for 7 energy, so a little bit high. Same unit again as the other 2. And his main ability. So at the start of every round, Piccolo's power will increase by 5,000 times your hero energy. So of course, if you have 10 hero energy on your team, Piccolo's power will increase by 50,000. That's really good. I mean, even with 2 energy, that's plus 10,000. That's all really good, you know. Also, if out of your attackers, Piccolo has the most power out of your guys, then the enemy will lose 2 hero energy, and they won't be able to get hero energy from abilities that turn. So yeah, quite a strong card. Definitely a lot better than the other 2, that's for sure. Also, Sparking's quite good. So second round, and if you're successful, getting the extra effect, then all your attackers that round will get full key recovery, full stamina recovery, which is really good, you know. That's, you know, I mean, if you have your whole team in attack, that's your whole team's key back to full, which is kind of really, really good. That's really good, you know. Yeah. Yeah, quite a strong card. I mean, still one of the weak, so I guess not, I guess the middle of the road out of this whole set, but definitely better than the other 2, like I said. Yeah. So yeah, that's all from these 8. There's still 4 secret cards to go, but I think I'll put that in another video because, I mean, they just, I think it'd be long otherwise, right? Yeah. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Yeah, some cool cards in here. Definitely good start to the Ultra God Mission series. So yeah. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys.